For our beginner and novices friends, a very basic checkmate, king and rook versus king. So probably I've explained it in the past many times, and I'd like to try to do it again for those of you guys that are learning the game. And it basically about two main techniques employed. You can do this alternatively or whichever way you think works faster. First thing first, let's just take this current scenario here. So rook is somewhere on the board, it doesn't matter where really, and the king attacks it. So you need to think about a rook safety, because if you lose the rook, it's going to be a draw. So currently, you notice, my chess friends, that we have a virtual box from which the black king, so these are the boundaries from which the black king can't escape, and we try to reduce this box as much as possible on every single turn. Now, unfortunately, so to speak, but just for a short period of time, looks like the rook must move, and they do must, because going to be captured. Now, there are just a few ways in which you can go. You either play rook c3 and then king d2, defending the rook, or you just go very well to one side of the board and the king is gonna go and support them. But for the sake of demonstration, let me go rook c3. Of course, rook h4 goes very well here, not a problem. So we're playing rook to h. And now we can definitely imagine black wants to attack the rook. So we don't need to panic now and to run away with the rook. If this occurs, just simply move the king and protect the rook. So now this is the box we're going to work with. This is our box, okay? And we're going to make this box smaller until the king's being pushed at the edge on one of the four two columns or two ranks, and then we're going to deliver the checkmate. So it is black's turn to move, and they either go up or they go to the right. It makes no big difference for us. Let's say, okay, they go to the right. Now you're just reducing the size of the box in this way, like this. Okay, so the king will not be able to move in check to take your rook. They need to move either up or to the right. And now if you say, yeah, but what if they go up now? How do I reduce the box? Well, that's the second idea. If you can't make this box smaller, if you can't reduce the size of the box now, all you have to do, my friends, is just moving the king. You just move the king. All right. Black king will not be able to play on the squares because it's illegal, and forcefully, indirectly, you're forcing them to moving away, either up or to the right. In our scenario, this doesn't make any difference because you do win here. And again, can you play on d5? Of course not, because the king takes you, therefore you're going to go d4. Okay, this is it. And this box, now you need to trust the process. The box is going to be reduced with every single turn. Okay, there's no other way around it. So now I just try to play the most uncomfortable moves for white, so to speak. So, let's say they go here. I can't make the box. I can't move the king up. That is, well, okay, I'm going to go to the left. So be it. And eventually they'll have to concede and give you the space. So whichever way they go, it is impossible for you to not shrink the box or to move the king. And that's about it. So they're moving here. Obviously, there is no point in checking because they're going to go to the left. So you're not switching the boxes, so to speak. So if it's white, you just move the king, just a little bit, winning yourself a better tempo. And now moving the king. And then again, they have to move and again follow rook d6, and in this very simple and very efficient way the king cannot possibly escape. And again, well, whether you want to move here, fine, we're going to play the king, and then again goes either right or up the board, and we can just do this, and you guys name it, it doesn't matter very much. It doesn't matter how they choose to play because checkmate is coming, my friends. Now, if they go in the corner, fair enough, king is going to follow, and once they play the opposition, you deliver the checkmate. I mean, let me just show you this, guys. So king goes in a corner, you follow. Opposition means that the king gets in front of your king, and now you can use your own rook to checkmate the king. So this technique can be employed in the middle of the board as well. So if you have king facing the other king and a rook, you always can check, and due to your position and the two kings can never move close to one another, the opponent's king is forced to go backwards. So if this thing occurs on the middle of the board, definitely works for you to execute the checkmate. But now if you tell me, yeah, but so, so whose turn is it? Right. If it's white, you just simply checkmate. And I want to go back because maybe you guys have questions like, oh, this, but what if the king plays here? What am I going to do? You say, I mean, I can't check them, right? Because they got to take. It is already opposition. If I move away from the rook, I'm going to lose the rook. What am I doing? Just it doesn't matter. You either play your waiting move, dropping the rook down on the file. Okay, you absolutely do that if you want to, or just play something like this. Again, king can't move in check. They need to run away. Actually, you're not going to make progress, so they're just going this way. It doesn't matter. Follow, follow, follow. King's going to go in the corner, and then you do deliver checkmate in a move here, right? Now, it's not opposition, but the king's in the corner. And your king just guards all those escaping squares. And when you do the rook, you actually do take all the squares where the black king might intend to go. So, guys, two main ideas. Try to reduce the size of the virtual box as we have depicted here in our scenario. If you cannot reduce the size of the box, just move the king ideally towards your opponent king or step aside, but without conceding and giving their space for nothing. So you don't want to prolong this process more than necessary. So that was our checkmate with King and Rook by friends, and I'm gonna see you on the next video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more, informative and instructive materials that we might be learning together from. Thank you and see you soon.